West Wales Tortoise Impersonation Society held a recruitment drive over the weekend in the hope of attracting new members. But with a full tortoise outfit costing up to £25,000, they could only find one person willing to shell out. They used to say that one of the worst things about being in hospital was the food. But that's all changed at St. Sardine's Hospital Fishguard, where pioneering chef Lloyd Gross has put the patient's own organs on the menu. Here's Mrs. Thomas enjoying a nice grilled kidney, and she knows it's fresh because it was only removed from her this morning. With all the worries about BSE and salmonella, it's much safer for people in hospital to eat themselves. But I think I'd steer clear of the nuts. Fishguard's first Jewish pub is about to open. The bar mitzvah will cater for drinkers of all religions, but during happy hour, only those who have been circumcised will get cut-price drinks. And finally, Hollywood legend East Clintwood was in town today to receive the freedom of Fishguard from Mayor of Fishguard, Mr. Kerry Twat. This great honour is in recognition of East Clintwood's contribution to Welsh culture, with films such as The Outlaw Josie Wales, and of course, The Good, The Bad, and The Swansea. I spoke to Mr. Clintwood after the presentation. Mr. Clintwood, you've just been given the freedom of Fishguard. Does this mean that you prefer Fishguard to Haverfordwest?
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, let me put it another way. People in Haverfordwest say that Fishguard has had it as a major player in world affairs. Do you think that Fishguard is on the way out?
No, I don't think it's on the way out. I just think that now they'll try to maybe modernize it a little bit.
You mean electricity and proper sanitation and all that?
I think they're going to get away from the obvious cliches.
Yeah, electric light would be a bit obvious, wouldn't it? And finally, Mr. Clintwood, do you think that you'll move to Fishguard now?
No, definitely not.
East Clintwood there, who will soon be moving to Fishguard.
And Pillock and his coracle. Yeah, lovely to see you. There's something different about you this week. Oh, no, there isn't. I made a mistake. Now, Geraint, I must admit I was a bit shocked when I found out what your challenge is this week, because you challenged yourself to eat your own coracle. Yeah? Why do you want to eat your own coracle?
Mainly because it's a challenge. First of all, it's a challenge for me. Secondly, it's a challenge for the coracle. And again, it's a personal challenge for me.
Yes. Well, you say that, Geraint, don't you? You say, but I think there's more to it than that. Has it got anything to do with last week's challenge to find yourself a girlfriend? Has it? Because I heard that you failed, as usual, but the coracle did very well. And spent the night with a young lady from Rill. And you had to paddle home without the coracle. Is that right? Oh, I can see you don't want to talk about it. Okay, all right. So this week's challenge then? This week's challenge is to eat the coracle. That's going to take a while, isn't it? Get through it.
Could take anything from between 12 and 50 hours.
Yeah. Aren't you a bit worried that the seat might stick in your throat?
It could be very dangerous, and yet on the other hand, it can be all right.
Oh. So you're optimistic about all this, then?
I'm very optimistic.
Oh.
I will do it.
Yeah.
Talking on a long term view, I will do it.
Yeah.
I'd like to do it this first time.
First time, yeah. Well, you want to have it when it's hot, wouldn't you, really? You don't want to be eating cold coracle sandwiches for weeks after, do you? So what do you do? Will you have the paddle as an hors d'oeuvre? Hors d'oeuvre. Hors d'oeuvre. Hors d'oeuvre. And I suppose the main course then will be coracle in the basket, will it? Because it already is in the basket, isn't it? Sort of a joke there, Geraint? Okay, fair enough. Never mind. Ladies and gentlemen, Geraint Pillock.
Fact. Global warming is actually happening. Fact. Every time you drive your car, you make it worse. Fact. You're a stupid, thoughtless bastard. So what's the answer? The Gwilym Envirovan's the answer. Sustainable, safe, but above all, stylish. The Gwilym Envirovan doesn't just turn corners, it turns heads as well. And on a full tank of straw, the Envirovan has a range of them 500 yards. So it's ideal for those journeys where it would be more sensible to walk. the world today. Get a William in Varavan tomorrow. Why don't you tell him about the potatoes, you pervert? The only man in Wales to get VD off a potato.
No, that's not... It wasn't...
Oh, yeah. Been hanging around the greengrocers recently, fingering the King Edwards.
Stop all that.
I can just see you now in the kitchen, peeling the little brown skins and looking at them like a rabid parakeet. What? What do they know about you in the chip shop, you potato sexual? Hello. If you mention sexual equipment to any woman in Fishguard, the chances are she'd think of men's winkies. Chances are she'd be thinking of men's winkies anyway. But that's all changing. I'm standing in Cleo Lane. And just over there is Fishguard's very first sex shop, Rimbashers. Mr. Rimbasher, what sort of people have been coming here? I don't mean that in a dirty way.
All types of people. Intelligent, educated people, some that aren't so intelligent.
Stupid people.
They've asked us a few questions about the products because obviously this is all new to them. You know, a lot of them have never seen any of this merchandise before. You know, so there are bound to be a lot of curiosity, a lot of questions, which you have to expect with this type of shop.
Suddenly, everyone's gone sex mad. Harry Gob, you're a milkman. How many times a week are you copulating with your customers now?
About 400, maybe more.
400? What about hand jobs? How many of those have you had today?
4 times in an hour by a policewoman.
Along the arm of the law. Fishguard Council is so concerned at the effect all this sex is going to have on the birth rate that they're carrying out pregnancy tests on the urine of every woman in Fishguard. Even local celebrity Geraint Pillock is a customer of the sex shop. Geraint, you were in Rimbashers this morning buying a load of bondage gear. Why?
Mainly because it's a challenge. First of all, it's a challenge for me. Secondly, it's a challenge for the coracle.
Bloody hell, Geraint, I knew you liked the coracle, but I didn't realize it was a sex thing.
It has been done before.
I know, but it's still disgusting, though, isn't it? No, let's stop there. Stop the camera. News that Mr. Rimbasher's sexual equipment has entered the lives of everyone in Fishguard. And 1 or 2 objects have entered more than just their lives, if you know what I mean. Mr. Rimbasher, it seems that the old way of doing things, you know, the cucumber up the arse, the bowl of fresh fruit up the fanny, that's all in the past now. Don't you think that's rather sad?
I don't say sad. People or publicity companies, newspapers have been pushing the permissive society for a long time, which I don't think really exists.
Oh, yes, it does. There's a branch in Haverfordwest. Sorry. One last thing. I couldn't help noticing that you're selling posters of David Blunkett in the New. Why is that?
I think it's needed.
Right. Thanks very much, Mr. Rimbasher. Oh, sorry. This is Huw Pugh in Fishguard. Yeah, leave me alone, you Finally, the town of Fishguard got itself a fire brigade today after years of campaigning. The volunteer force of part-time firemen was soon in action. A note is passed to Mr. Tupp in the post office, informing him of the blaze. And he quickly alerts his brave firefighting colleagues who drop everything and rush to the scene to do battle with the conflagration.
Who's that? Oh, boys. I'll get him. Hop in, boys. Got a bit younger now.
Right, good.
Right, fix them on.
What is it?
I got it, yeah.
It was just pure bad luck that the fire went out 2 hours later. Mayor of Fishguard, Mr. Kerry Twat, said he was relieved that Fishguard's people could now set fire to their homes in complete safety. Well, you'll be relieved to know that I've got another job at HTV. Not enough of that Barry Welsh show anyway, all the muck and filth. Be glad to see the back of it. Yes, I don't mind saying that HTV is going to be much cleaner from now on. Cheerio. Oh, for f***'s sake, what stupid cunt put that there? What do you think about all that stuff where we take the piss out of fish down?
I object to it.
What about where we cut up old interviews to make people look stupid?
I object to it. I don't care for the idea at all.
Hard luck then, isn't it, really?